Pierre, Deanna, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you for
so much
having
for having
us.
us, man.
So let's talk about this film that's being what ran on the underground here. Let's talk about
It's in festivals as of now, this podcast.
so as of today, it's still in the actual like festival run.
Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so where did the story of Frankie come from? Because this was an outlandish story for one, and the fact that you found somebody to bring this character to life is a fucking amazing, man.
Dina, you want to start or should I start?
You can start. You can start.
Okay. So Frankie Maniac Woman, I would say it's not the film that started and then us figuring out. It's us starting with meeting each other, Dina and I, and then wanting to make a horror film, and then thinking, okay, we want to do a horror film. We don't have anyone. We want to do a slasher. We want to have a killer, a super cool killer. But who? And then quickly was like, well, it's you, Dina. You're the killer. So that was like that happened within the first moments of saying we're making a horror film, and that was like a
Yeah.
while ago. So only after then we started to think about who Frankie would be, et cetera, et cetera. Dina, you can keep going.
Frank, yeah. Well, I mean, Pierre and I had filmed a few things before we started even doing Frankie, and we worked really, really well together. And we're just kind of like troopers. I mean, Pierre is the jack of all trades. Well, also, he does everything. So editing, cinematography, directing. And so then I'm over there being like makeup, acting, and writing as well for Pierre and writing. So we just kind of have a this little band thing together. So when we started talking about Frankie, we did do the short, but we always talked about doing a feature. And then the pandemic came around,
Ugh.
and everybody's losing their minds. And I was like, "What are we doing with our lives?" And Pierre's like, "Let's write the feature, man." And I was like, I can barely read." I'm dyslexic, but so Pierre's like, "Yeah, I'll type it." And so we
No
wrote
problem.
the feature, and we just started going for it. And now it's something a little bit different than what Pierre's done before with Two Witches to Traumatica to this, but I think it shows his range, which is rad. You know what I mean? From Two Witches Traumatica, and then now Frankie Maniac Woman. So yeah, it's been 10 years of friendship and creating together. So it's really awesome. Really proud of it. It's great. What was the question? I forget.
It's fine. Like you've pretty much like
You
talked
answered
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
Brandon, what do you got, yo?
So what got you? What got you both in the writing?
What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What got you both into writing?
Ooh.
Oh,
Oof.
well, we always wanted to make movies. So I guess when you
Mm-hmm.
want to make movies, you need to have like the material to make a movie. And
Mm-hmm.
um, when you start off, like we don't have anyone else's story to bring to life, so you have to just come up with your own. So, and I think filmmaking is obviously telling stories. So you telling stories like in your mind from the moment you want to be a filmmaker, and then you just have story ideas all the time. I can't even remember when I started to want to write stories. It must have been when I was like 6 years old, something like that. So it's always been something like that. I just becomes part of me, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
It does, and also it with writing. I mean, if you're a lover of movies, right? And I grew up watching movies my entire life, especially spooky movies with my dad. When my mom would go to bed, I like wake up and go out with my dad and watch just fucking horror movies. He'd be like, "Mika, you better not say nothing. You better not be scared of the kukui." And I'm like, "No, I won't." So my dad did it. And so when you have that knowledge and that love, writing is, I mean, granted, I'm not a fucking, I'm not Aaron Sorkin. You know what I'm saying? I'm not over here
Yeah.
with like literary prose coming out of my ass at all by any
I
means.
gotcha.
But, when you have a story, and Frankie's kind of close to home in a sense, like I've always been a bigger girl and with acting. with film and even with music. It's always, there's just kind of that little thing there, and so that was kind of easier to write about something as well, and then just expand on it. And Pierre was in my band, and like we've been together for a long time in LA, and so like he was like he knew a lot of what was going on, and he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, we'll just write it all down. And so we did. I think that's a thing for a lot of people. It's like, don't ever, don't ever think you can't do. Just do it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because if you limit yourself, I don't know. If you're like, oh, I can't do it until I have this, or I can't film until I have a certain camera, a certain glass. Like, I don't know. I know that's so
Yeah.
cliche, but
Mhm.
but yeah. I mean, I could barely, with my dyslexia and like whatever. Sometimes I'll write, and Pierre will be like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Nothing. Just write it down." So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
No, yeah.
never gonna learn how to fucking write properly, so I might as well just do it.
No,
So
yeah, I approve this message 100%. It was like let's make a movie that like a personal movie, a movie that write about what like you said, Dina, and just do it. And we wanted to. It's also a movie. I think this movie is like the fact that we're both on screen and we're Dina more than me, obviously, but we're not afraid, especially her, to be vulnerable, to really go the extra mile. And I think this film, what I think I'm really proud of it, because it's also a proof of friendship. I think it's a film that goes beyond the film.
Mhm.
um, and I think it's a multi-layered film that we wanted to package into a very hyper violent, full of rage film. But it's also a film that tackles lots of important, I think, societal issues, and it talks about like mental health, and just like I
Yeah.
think like the human nature,
mhm.
and how
Mhm.
violence really lives in gray areas and not in like evil and good. It's a lot more complicated. So I think we wanted to make a movie like this, but make it again closer to home, and how like come up with something that we could approach in a more what's it called, maybe genuine way, truthful way, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When I put it on and the message started coming out, and I think that's where I connected, because the film basically hits you over the head and then
Mhm.
basically just drags you down. Basically, it basically makes you see the world through Frankie's eyes, and that's why
Oh
one of the
yeah.
reasons why I connected
Absolutely.
with your film so much
Yeah.
like I did.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, man. We're so glad. Yeah. Yeah, because some people, like Dina was saying earlier, some people, like, it's a hit or miss. Some people are just like,
Yeah.
they
Hate it.
they understand, because obviously, like, it's pretty clear what we're trying to do here, but they just don't like it. They're like, whoa, I don't like this woman who's making me laugh and who's being vulnerable, and then 2 seconds later she's just like the nastiest, more sadistic, scary person ever. They
Mhm.
don't like this jarring moments, this kind of roller coaster, where for us that's what it's all about, and that's what actually serial killers are all about most of the time.
Mhm.
They're not like freaking the devil 90% of the time. Otherwise they wouldn't be able to do what they're doing.
100%. And
Yeah.
also, not to interrupt, but Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. What do I have, a lisp?
I know
Henry
you I
Portrait
know
of a
you would
Serial
think
Killer.
he's hot. I know you think he's hot.
Dude, he's fucking fine as fuck, bro. Like, dude. Oh my god. Wicca wicca. You know what I mean? Like, dude, and you're watching it, and you're like, the whole time you're like, oh, maybe, bro, maybe I can save him. And then he like goes with that. Sorry, spoiler alert. If nobody's seen it, fast forward. He goes with the blonde chick, right? And then you're like,
Mhm.
oh my god, she changed him. Oh, and then he fucking murders her. He fucking slices and dices that bitch up, puts her in a fucking suitcase on the side of the road. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like, there's some fucking screws loose. So
Oh
pardon my
yeah.
French again. But anyways, yeah, Frankie's like, you're like, oh wow, she's kind of cool, and then she goes off and kills this innocent woman, and you're like, what? But she's a woman. That's woman on woman crime. And sometimes in a fucking psychopath's head, and also if you're jealous of somebody, like you want what they have,
Oh yeah.
and or they take advantage of what they have, like they don't understand their privilege, that's a heat of passion, crime of passion, and that's what also Frankie does is like, she wants what they have and she can't have it, so she takes it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I
and a
think,
lot of
yeah.
feminists don't like that, but sometimes that's a thing. I don't know.
But I think it goes beyond. That's the thing. It goes beyond the very black or white type of narrative. It's. I think looking back, and I think I'm happy with what we did. It's really a movie about mental health
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
the problems that humans can go through, like with schizophrenia. I like to say that because we didn't want to necessarily put the word into the movie, but like Frankie is just a schizophrenic, psychotic person. You know,
I'm not
she
saying that all
thinks
schizophrenics are
no,
psychotic.
no, no,
No.
Also,
obviously not. But it's
there's
like
wonderful
it's a person
people.
that doesn't have necessarily a lot of empathy for other people, which leads her to kill. But she's
Mhm.
also a person who's going through a lot of mental illness, and I think we still see that she shows regrets, and she shows that lots of like emotional, like what's it called, like breakdowns. It's not like a serial killer that's super, happy about everything they do and how they operate and blah blah blah. It's a very chaotic person that is in contradiction with herself most of the time. And I think this person, sadly or not sadly, is, I think, a lot more accurate in, people in crimes and people who commit horrible things, rather than someone who's just like the personification of the devil himself. That's very, very rare. Like a Michael Myers type of person that is just evil. This is not what we were going for, and we were going for, like you were mentioning the Art the Clown earlier, like the brutality, this maybe the sadism of Art the Clown in a much more human character, much more human archetype of a person that could really, that you could, find at a gas station at freaking 2 a.m. because this person is freaking unhinged, unwell, going into their fucking psychosis, and you don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. That's Frankie,
Nope.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
So my next question is for Dina. How
Okay.
did you like get in the right mindset of being an actual on-screen psychopath?
That's yeah. Well, uh, I have a lot of rage. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like a happy person.
I knew it.
No.
I knew it. Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, Pierre also is an amazing director, so helping me get there. It also, we've been working on Frankie for a minute, and so getting to be her, and like also it's a wonderful way to channel a lot of like anger and frustration, and to be
Mm.
a bad person on screen. It's really fun. It's really nice. You know what I mean? It's like working out or sex. You're just afterwards. You're like, I fucking need a cigarette. It's yeah. It was fun. It was also hard sometimes because when you are in that, like when I was killing Sarah Grace Lee, who's an amazing woman, and I love her. She's one of my dearest friends. In the desert, and I'm, going for it, and you have to be angry and it's a lot. And I just remember being like, oh
Mm.
my god, and also having a machete that's dull, but it's still, a real machete, and like trying to make sure I don't hit her, and just being mad and angry, and Pierre the whole time being like, you were fucking like, trying to get me to go places. And I'm just like, right, right. And like, man, it takes a toll, but it's the best. And I really, I don't know, I had a good time playing her. Sometimes, I hope it was different than me. I hope, I don't know. But yeah.
I
Oh
can
jeez.
I
I
can
don't know.
only imagine like the fun you two have just making that film because
Yeah.
it feels like Dina is your ideal person and you're just writing all the dark and fucked up shit for her to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
basically what this feels like to me.
Yeah,
That's
Oh, we
definitely.
would be
that's
like,
pretty much.
wait, what if we like slice her head open and like, where I'm saying, like, he's like, yeah, but like, you know, this, and people are just being like, and we're like, no, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
just
but I
Yeah.
mean,
weird.
Dina, a lot of times you would go further. Like when we were writing, I would say some fucked up thing, and usually Dina would only go further. I can't recall any time you were like, "Oh, that's too fucked up." You're usually kind of like take it another notch. So I think,
Yeah. I
I
love that.
think,
And that's also why Art the Clown, when I watched the first one, right? Terrifier,
Mhm.
when
Yeah.
he slices her through the vagina, bro, I was like, this is a man of my own heart. What is going on? That was crazy, but I liked it. Like, I've always had a kill that one day I'm gonna use in a film. Don't nobody take it. Where you get a girl tied up. It could be a guy. It could be anybody with a hole, Billy. And you get them, and then they like wake up, and you have a fucking curling iron in there, and then you plug it in, and then you start saying your weird, creepy monologue while the fucking curling iron's heating up.
Ooh. Okay.
Isn't that so much fun? But
dude,
then
this
the
is
answer
so
is,
good.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
that's just fun, right? Anyway, sorry.
This
But
is for
yeah,
the
so
sequel.
this
We
is for
need
the
that for the
sequel.
sequel.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
So
fucked up.
already
so
answered that question then.
that was on my next question. Are
That wasn't
we
a question.
going to get a Frankie 2? I think we need a Frankie 2 and 3, just saying.
2 and 3 trilogy.
So honestly, we already have so many ideas, like almost kind of a layout for a Frankie 2.
Okay.
That would be, I think, super fun to do. So we have to. I don't want to make a film if it's not wanted. So I guess you guys want it. So that's already a great
We would
news.
like it, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I needed it
y-
like yesterday.
Because the way it ended,
yeah,
Yeah,
it
Right.
yeah.
it
Well, yeah.
makes it seem like there's gonna be
Oh, the
more
maniac.
to
Yeah,
this. Yes.
the
because the
maniac will be back
because the
Yes.
for
first
sure.
question he saw me yesterday goes, so are we getting another one?
Yeah, I'm
I
thinking the
said
same
save it
thing.
for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm thinking the
Save
same
it.
thing. There's got to be
So,
another one.
well, so first, initially it was a short, and so many people wanted a feature out of this, and
Yeah.
so Dina and I were like, Frankie belongs in a feature. It's not a short type of character.
Hmm.
So now, if I'm really excited for people to meet Frankie like on a broader. That's why we're really gonna try to. I was mentioning the word of mouth earlier. As
Yeah.
you can, spread the word as much as possible because I think it's a very fun slasher character, like serial killer. It's got the mask, it's got the personality, it's got the nasty kills, the visuals, the little jokes like a Freddy Krueger could have.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I think totally, if it connects with people, we would absolutely love to bring her back and to do some way crazier shit. We have a bunch of kills that didn't make this film that we would love to
Oh yeah, Megan's
execute
kill.
better. Yeah. So, and the thing is, we want to take the message to like a different, also maybe like a different, what's it called? To like a different road or whatever, like route. The thing is, like, I think Dina and we were saying, I think we covered a lot of, in terms of like essence of what the story needed to be. We covered pretty much everything we wanted to say in that film. Um, so a sequel would only be something that would make sense if people were wanting a sequel. Does that make sense? But if
Yeah.
people want a
Yeah.
sequel, I'll be the first one to
Heck
start
yeah.
doing it.
So how do I put my request in for a Frankie 2? Do I
I
need to shell
know.
out some money? Because I will if I
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
Go to our GoFundMe for Frankie too.
Well,
Go fund
honestly,
me. All right. Cool.
we would love to do something similar, like something like what a Terrifier 2 did. It was like a crowdfunding. If really people love Frankie, like we also have like the mold to the mask. If people are starting to really fuck with the character, I can freaking make some mask. I can sell some freaking T-shirts. I can,
Yeah.
we can really make
Ask
it
me another
a
question.
a,
I
a
don't have a gag
part.
reflex, so you just let me know.
It could really be part of the landscape if people connect with her and
Seriously.
and that would mean the world. But then if people want, yeah, then we'll do a crowdfunding. We can totally do something in the same within the same vein. And we have so many crazy kills, like I was saying. We have so many crazy ideas that we could bring to life. So if people want it, we'll give it to them for sure.
Yeah, and yeah.
Because I'll take a mask, a shirt.
Yeah, I was
Hell
saying
yeah.
I'll put my order in right now if you want to
yeah,
take
it
it.
was
Yeah.
You know,
Also,
I can
the
show you. I
soundtrack
can.
is on Spotify.
That soundtrack
Yeah.
is absolute
Dude, is
fucking
it good?
fire.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
thank you so much. Yeah, you can listen to it on Spotify, on Apple. It's even on iHeartRadio now, I think.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Nice.
So yeah, we decided to distribute the songs before, so then whenever people see the movie, if they want to listen, they can access the whole soundtrack right now. We're very proud of this. So thank you. We're thank you for liking the music, because I think the music, we put so much energy into it, that and I think we should, some people don't realize that Dina actually does all the singing, even though she sings in the movie. We thought it would be obvious enough, but some people are like, oh wait, it's her voice. I'm like, duh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she literally sings in the fucking movie. But so yeah, so
And Pierre
if
plays the drums.
I play the drums, yeah, I play all the, well, there's my snare drum right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the band. I wanted to show you guys also. I have the mask right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
How do I
nice.
turn? How do I turn my camera? I don't even know how.
Yeah, push the button.
It's not
Push the
appearing
push the
anywhere.
swishy
Oh, you
swish.
could just,
The swishy
I'll
swish.
I can't find the swishy swish.
or you
Oh,
can
okay.
just turn the phone.
I'll just turn. I'll just turn it.
Just put
So
it, yeah.
this is the mask, the fucked up mask, the one that goes
Show
through
him the
all the
bottom lip
kills.
thing. Show him the lip
Ah.
thing.
What do you
Go
mean?
down on the
Oh
chin.
yeah, I
The
see it.
chin. Show him the dangly chin.
What do you mean?
Yeah. The
Yeah, right
dangly
there.
chin with the lip on the dangle. Yeah, the dangle.
Oh, yeah.
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 It still has the blood from our last photo shoot, as you can see.
That's awesome.
We made, so the
Nice.
funny thing, and then I'll show you the other one. So we have two masks total. We have this one, and then we have this one. This one is more like the not broken
Very
version.
put together.
That's awesome.
And we did a mold, like a custom mold off of Dina's face. That was like years
Oh.
ago. Yeah, so the mask, we wanted the mask to look like a version of Frankie, that, when we wanted her to look at the mask and maybe she could see that it almost looks like her, like she's drawn to the mask,
Yeah.
like it's the remedy to all of her suffering and all of her problems is finding this mask. Which I remember when we wrote this idea, I was really insecure about it, because I thought people were going to think it's super stupid. But then I think when we executed it, I think it makes so much sense. But yeah, so, and then after that, the makeup artist, she changed, and Dina, you can tell the
Oh yeah.
story. She changed so she sculpted the mask based off Dina's face, and then she changed the features to take it a
To
different.
basically, yeah, we were like, yeah, make her look Kardashian, like real, like beautiful, like. So she changed the chin, and like gave me like this kind of nice pointed chin, and the nose was like, and so when I put on the mask, it would like shove my chin back and like tuck in this fat underneath. So I was having a hard time breathing, and the nose, man. Oh, dude, it was like stuffed in there, and the whole time I got, and he was like, ready to, yeah, dude, that's why the jaw ripped off, because like half the time I had to like take it off, because I couldn't breathe when it was on
I
Yeah.
was gonna
So the
say in the
funny
most of
thing
the
one
is,
time.
scene we seen that you like you're talking on the phone in the one scene. We could see
Yeah,
yeah,
that, and then you're like you could barely hear you in
Understand
that
you, yeah.
scene.
yeah,
So then you could see you just rip it off, and it's like
yeah.
I was gonna ask the question: was it hard to breathe in it, or
Oh,
was it just tight
it was
or
hard.
tight
It was
seat?
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to breathe, and there's a whole scene that got cut. But like no, you see it in the when I kill Lola.
yeah,
Um, but I had we had put my scar on, before we thought that I was gonna do the falling onto the table. And so when we put the scar on, I had to use my mask. So I put my mask on, but we filmed during summer in my studio apartment, and it was like 100 degrees inside this box with lights and everything. I'm
Wow.
talking sweat box. Poor Lola is probably 100 pounds soaking wet. She left here 79 pounds. I swear to God, dude. And so when I had the mask on, I was sweating so much. But like since it's Pierre and I's film, I like can't be like, oh, I have to take time. Well, the latex from my scar got into my eye. And I was like, but
Oh.
I couldn't breathe that time. And so Pierre's like, you good? And I was like, I'm fucking good. And then Lola didn't feel safe falling on the table. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it. And Pierre's like,
Yeah,
you sure? I'm like, it's all good. And so I throw myself on the table and do it. And I was like, okay, I got to take it off. And I took it off. And like, I remember Pierre's like, oh my God. And we had to fish latex out from like basically like
yeah.
behind my eyeball. It was,
Oh,
dude, it
Oh.
was the
Oh,
it was
worst.
so bad, Dina. It was
It
so
was
fucking bad.
so bad.
And then, yeah, the actress Rocio, who plays Lola, she then would hit you, and we even cut those shots.
Oh
She would
yeah, with
hit you
the
with the iron, the curling iron. No, the iron, and she would have to hit you for real. It was not a real one; it was like more of a rubber one, but it was still very
Mm.
but it
hard.
was hard.
Yeah.
And part of me is like, let's go, just fucking do it. Like I'm that
And
kind of
she would
actor where
just
I'm like,
hit you so
Yeah.
hard.
that is so
But I mean,
bad.
the shot looked good because then there was blood coming out. But even so, we cut the shots, which is
yeah,
yeah.
I
So,
know.
but that's the thing. Like the amount of dedication Dina had for this film, I think is unmatched. I've never seen anything like this. Like the, you fell, you hurt yourself, you twisted
I almost
ankles.
killed myself with the machete. Remember running after Sarah?
Yeah,
Dude, I was with the
Jeez.
machete and I was doing the running with the mask, right? And my whole headpiece and I was going and in those big old heels, those things, and I tripped in
Mm-hmm.
the desert and I was like this, and thank God I took like this, because if I would have fallen on that,
yeah, you would have
dude,
been.
I
Yeah.
just rolled. And then we did dancing in the middle of the night in the desert. It was like
Then we
20
cut that scene
degrees,
too.
dude, and I was like naked
And we
on the
cut it.
pool. And we cut it. We cut it. It was crazy. It was
Yeah,
fun.
That is crazy. If you would have fallen on that machete
Dude,
though,
that would have been like, what's that movie?
but you almost killed your brother, Dina, also with that
I
machete.
almost killed my brother with the machete.
There's a
Oh yeah,
scene,
because it was
the scene where she's chasing and there's like the metal gate and she hits the
Mm-hmm.
metal
yeah.
gate. So she hits it for real, right? None of this is simulated. But what you don't know is there's her brother off camera, just on the edge of the camera right there, and she hits the thing. And I saw the blade; it went just like
Right
fucking
past them.
yeah. It was so close. We got
So,
the shot. We got the shot.
we
This
got
is
the
like this
shot.
is indie filmmaking, guys. This is
Yeah.
so what you're saying is, do not trust her with sharp objects. Is
Yeah,
that it?
no,
or
no,
or
dude.
actually do trust her. It's gonna get
Yeah.
close, but
Hey, haven't had any mistakes yet.
yeah.
Haven't had any mistake
Yet. You
yet.
better knock on wood over
Keyword.
there.
Yet.
I know,
Knock
dude.
on the
That's why
wood.
you don't have live ammunition on our sets,
I bet.
No, we're not
Well,
messing around. No crow going on over here.
well, you
You know
must
what I
had a
mean?
live machete in the
I
side of your
know.
neck.
Mm.
I know, dude. And it was blunt, but the serrated part, that was the part that was right
Oh,
here.
that was
Oh,
not
thank God.
blunt at all. In fact, I still have it. This part is still just as
Just
As
as sharp.
sharp as
I
sharp.
know.
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
And then it's funny. And then after that happens, you're like, all right, back to one.
Yeah, back to
You're
one.
like,
No, but
yeah.
this one, when this happened, I was like, moving on. We got the shot. I
Yeah.
remember there. Uh,
Wow. People almost dying on sets. Great.
Yeah. It makes it more real.
So my last question is for you, Pierre, because
okay.
you are the brilliant mastermind behind all these films.
Oh,
What is
thank
it?
you.
What is it like for you being behind the camera and still being a part of your films?
What do you mean, like being
In it.
Like
in
being
the
actually in
movie?
it? Yeah.
Film. Yeah.
Oh, it was so fun, man. Honestly, it was so fun. I was not like I tell people like I was not supposed to necessarily be in this movie. Uh, it was more of a it happened that way because the movie was such a small project and the person who was supposed to do it didn't show up to do it, so
Mhm.
then I ended up doing it. Dina was giving so much of herself in this film that then, she was like, you do it,
We couldn't go. We couldn't like. We didn't have any more money to go back and shoot like that
yeah,
thing at the time. So
so
I was like, "You
then,
have to do it."
I'll fucking do it. I knew what needed to be done. Like, I'm not necessarily an actor, but I've directed many actors now, so like I know how acting works, and I know like the different techniques and ways to get to somewhere acting wise. So it was like I know what I can and can do, and I have a feeling maybe this can work. And I think Dina was very supportive and also made me feel like I could do it. She was like, "You fucking do it." And then what? I was gonna say no when she said that. So so it ended up being very fun because I think this is what I think cemented the the aspect, like the friendship aspect of the film, like a film that's really made like the creators really making the film, like we're like in front and behind, like
Hmm.
you can see me,
Yeah.
you know I'm and we get very vulnerable, we get we look ugly, we don't give a shit if it's cringe, we don't give a fuck about anything, we just go like
Yeah.
110%. um like we do everything in this movie, we look fucking ugly, sometimes we look good, we show fucking skin, we don't give a
I
shit,
mean, yeah.
honestly.
Oh yeah, tits and penis, right?
Yeah, well, no, well, so we don't see my penis.
Oh, that's true. But
We,
you got you
there,
sex
there,
lines.
there was a cut where you could literally see my penis.
That's true, but
Uh,
we took it out.
we took it out eventually because then I
Okay.
was like, okay, we don't need it.
Interesting.
We don't necessarily need that shot, but I didn't give a shit. This movie was really made like I like to say like a European style film. I don't know
Hmm.
if it looks like it watching it. But it's like we mentioned, a lot of scenes we cut. We almost
Yeah.
shot it like everything was really raw, and every intention was really, we wanted it to be like, what is it like to live by Frankie's side? It's so character driven, it's so like serial killer driven, but it's
Hmm.
like very few times you think you're on the other on the victim's perspective, where you're like, oh, where is Frankie? Where's she gonna pop? That's why it's very different from Traumatica. It's not like, it's more like you're with Frankie. The camera's
Yeah.
moving, the camera's shaky a little bit, it's gritty, it's dirty. If it's dirty on screen, it was because it was really dirty, like
Yeah.
it's and if people are naked, we're really naked, if people are, it's very yeah, I guess European in that sense, where we shoot a lot of things, a lot of moments of her life, and then we decide what sticks and what doesn't stick. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's almost like not like a mockumentary, because it doesn't necessarily look like that, but the way you make it is almost like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
If you see alcohol, it's real alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For real? Like, are you
Yeah.
serious?
pretty much. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
pretty
so.
much. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
because we just if it's like when you're if
Now the smoking was real too.
oh cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh yeah.
yeah.
The only
Oh
thing that's
yeah,
not
we
real
went
would be
through a whole pack
the
of
mushroom.
cigarettes out front of the trying to get the shot of where the
Oh
wide
yeah.
trims. A whole fucking pack, bro. And I'm
Fucking
in the mask too. I'm like,
there's even Dina. I mean, we can say that, we don't care. There's even like cocaine.
oh yeah,
Oh.
oh
There's
yeah.
even some
But
cocaine. There's
No,
like,
I. You actually use cocaine?
okay, so yeah, so we
well,
were, well,
it,
yeah, and so we were
I'm
driving.
intrigued.
we were
Yeah,
driving.
there's some that.
You might-
And so we were driving and he's shooting and he's like, okay. And I was like, and I'm drinking the thing, right? And I'm not really drinking, but some gets in your mouth, but I'm like chugging. And
no, you're
so,
chugging it.
yeah, I'm
There's
chugging
a
it.
scene where you're
And
chugging
so,
in the car. You're actually chugging it.
yeah, that's true. I am really chugging it. And the car's overheating.
Yeah,
And
tell
we're
them
trying to
about
get
your
back
car.
home. The car's overheating. I'm chugging this. And I was like, you know what Frankie would do right now? You know what she would do? She'd do a bump. And Pierre's like, okay, I mean, I don't have any drug. Pierre doesn't do drugs. Neither do I. And so,
Only when
and
she's
I was like,
pregnant.
yeah, she would. And I'm over there driving and digging through my purse, pull out a baggie. And, it's
But you,
all
you
for the
know, but, you know,
film.
so we didn't keep the actual shot when you
No, we
snort it,
didn't.
but we kept the performance after.
Yeah.
And you said that super cool line that we kept. That like, did you just ruin your life? Maybe
Maybe.
that line came after.
Yeah.
And so the
Wow.
really funny, when she just killed the music producer guy,
Yeah.
she's like driving. She's like, "Did you just ruin your life?" Maybe that scene, Dina's car had a problem where it was like the movie Speed. You know, Speed, the movie with the bus.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
it
Yes.
Yep.
below 50 miles, it explodes. It was the same thing.
Because
The
the fan
car
had to
could
keep
not
going to cool
stop.
down the car.
God.
The car could not stop, otherwise it would
And,
overheat. But we were in fucking rush hour in
and so
in
we're
in
just.
Hollywood, and so we were
Yeah.
just trying to get back to the house while shooting. But because we couldn't stop, she could only take certain roads where there was green light. So we would end up in fucking West LA, which would be so far, with a car that's like on the
Verge of blowing
Verge
the
of
fuck
verge
up.
blowing.
of
Yeah.
breaking down, drinking alcohol, and doing
Doing
cocaine.
bumps of cocaine during rush
And you know
hour.
what's funny? That same day
It
before
was for the
Dina,
film.
you know what's funny? That same day when I parked my car, someone hit my car.
Oh my god, yeah.
Remember?
Uh-huh.
What?
And
That
then
was
Ooh.
I'm such a motherfucking badass. So my dad, it was a mechanic my whole life, right? So his fender is like kind of off, and Pierre's like, "Oh fuck, what am I gonna do?" And I was like, "Bro, don't even trip. Go into my car, pull out a fucking staple gun, get on the ground, and just go pop, 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 staple that fucking
yeah.
fender back together, baby."
Yeah. So you see
Hell
that
yeah.
how the movie was made. Like,
That's
you
how
know,
the
Yeah.
I,
movie was
I
made.
I show up to Dina's place, someone hits my car, breaks my bumper. We fix it later, get in Dina's car, it overheats, doing a bunch of cocaine and
Oh
alcohol,
my god.
shoot
Don't do
some
drugs, kids. That's bad.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. No
don't.
don't do
drugs.
Okay.
drugs.
No
It's
drugs.
only for filmmaking. We got
It's
good
only for
shots.
filmmaking purposes.
We got good shots. Went back, fixed my car, went home. That's how.
Yeah.
No, we maybe had Thai food on the way back, and then that's it.
We did have Thai food because we have a wonderful happy hour. It's
But
$7
it
happy
was
hour.
just like him, and it was. It looked like these are the kind of days where it really looks like just a documentary. You know, I have the camera. She's just a serial killer, and she's fucking nuts. And we would. It was funny because we would even come across like cop cars, and yeah,
Huh.
I think it's like when reality and fiction gets blurred. You know.
I can only imagine y'all getting pulled over and be like,
I
dude.
know.
Yeah.
And then she would have the
Well,
cocaine and she'd be like, it's for
You had to
filmmaking,
explain.
it's
Yeah.
It's
bro.
You
for
had to
filmmaking.
explain
filmmaking.
You
that.
don't understand. We're indie filmmakers.
But
Like,
Dina, remember when we did the reshoots in the desert, just like the close up reshoot when you had like the machete and the thing, and then there was the sheriff who pulled over in the desert.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, because well, he thought we had broken down or something, but then Dina was
He
there, and we
comes
had
up and
fake
I'm
blood and
bloody as
real
fuck on
machete.
this dirt road, dude. And he's like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Oh no, no, we're filmmakers." I'm about to have the machete. I'm like, "Oh god,
Yeah,
put it
but
down."
the guy was cool. The guy was
He
super
was really
cool.
cool.
And you know
And his
what's
name was
crazy? Ramirez. So
Ramirez. The
you know,
cop.
Frankie, her name is Francis Ramirez in the movie, and the
Yeah.
guy's name was Ramirez,
Mm.
so that was hilarious.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's a privilege, that we didn't get hurt because some people would. So we understand. I understand that as well. That's
Okay.
fucked up.
But
No, the guy
now
was super cool.
I
Yeah.
have more questions now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're driving down the road
Yeah.
and somebody says, what would be cool if we had cocaine here? So where did the cocaine come from?
The
So
bag.
the
Tina's purse.
Why? Okay. Okay. So she had the cocaine.
She
Now, the
had
next
it.
question I have
That's
okay.
is,
just thinking
So
ahead, you
this
know.
thing ahead, it's also, on a weekend, you accidentally, it was in the wallet, and I was like, I had to search for it. I didn't know if it was there,
you know what's
and
in
it
my wallet?
was.
Not cocaine.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know.
It
It's
was.
not a lot.
You know what? I'll
Listen,
say
this was
this.
in 2000 and
What?
2022.
Oh
We're just
yeah.
getting back online, the world from the pandemic. I'm a whole different person now.
Okay.
cocaine. I
I think
haven't seen her
I'll
in a
just
few
say it was
years.
the film gods
Yeah, it was the
putting
film gods,
cocaine.
and yeah, and it was like I wanted her to be gritty. I wanted her to do drugs. Like I didn't just want her to have an eating disorder and an
You know,
alcoholic. I
it
wanted her
was
fucking,
You wanted the trifecta. Got it.
I
All
wanted
right, gotcha,
trifecta. I
gotcha,
wanted her
gotcha.
doing lines while chugging beers, and
it's
you
the
know,
in French we call it the cinéma vérité. It's like what you see on camera is real.
it was real.
Just people dying is not real. That
Yeah, no, we're all we're friends, such good friends with the beautiful ladies. All of the women who worked on that film are such badass
yeah,
ladies.
we're so
I love
grateful for the
them.
cast.
So grateful, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Jordan, Sarah, fucking
Stephanie,
Desma,
Desma,
Stephanie, dude,
all yeah,
Nicole.
they all did so well.
So amazing.
Trusted us with this crazy vision, trusted us with
Yes.
this crazy violence and crazy character. But yeah,
Yeah.
Now I need a
So
friend like
yeah,
Dina in my life.
Now
now
you
you need
need a
what?
what?
Now I need a friend like Dina in my life. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Everybody needs a Dina now.
hell
yeah.
yeah.
Just
Hell
saying.
yeah. And I fight too, so don't
I was gonna say, and
oh
now we
yeah.
even joke about
I
it. Like
think we got
Frankie's
one
your
in our
alter
troop.
ego. Like I
Shit.
always think, like maybe Frankie never really left you, and she exists somewhere in another dimension. But the day I have a problem with someone, I'll be like, Frankie, I need you to
Oh yeah.
come.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah.
not even a caller by her government name. It's just gonna be Frankie.
No.
No,
Frankie.
it's just gonna be
Frankie.
Frankie. Because
Like,
we
yo,
would.
I need Frankie, and I'll be like,
Because the
say
thing is,
less. When and
the thing
where.
that we like about Frankie is that we've created this character such a long time ago
Mhm.
that it had the time to fully exist in our minds before it even existed on screen. And so many times when we would get angry when something would happen to Dina that would be fucking shitty or something, we would be like, oh my god, Frankie would fucking kill that person right now.
Yeah.
We would always bring Frankie as like it's the Mr. Hyde and she's just the Dr. Jekyll, and it's like she exists somewhere.
Yeah.
So she
And
does exist.
Yeah.
you
Especially
know,
like when she does, her looks as well. Like,
Hmm.
those creepy looks. I don't know.
yeah.
All right, Brandon.
So
What
yeah,
else you
so
got
that's
over
about
there?
Dina Silva in a nutshell.
I got the closing question
You got the
that we
closing
were.
question
Closing question.
before we get to the closing question. Where
Yeah.
can
Okay.
everybody follow you guys?
Oh,
Instagram, right? Dina, what's
Instagram.
yours? You start with yours.
Yeah, Instagram. Mine is Dina Ramona Silva. I think.
Mhm.
I don't even know my own Instagram. Dina Ramona Silva. I don't know. It's a blue dot. It's like
Yeah,
my thing. Fuck. I don't know, dude. TikTok at Dina Silva 1993. Yeah. I don't
yeah,
know.
and me, it's just my name. Like, it's like not my full name because it's too long, but so it's just my name. So it's Pierre and then Tsiga, Tsiga. It's Instagram. I think I'm on Twitter also. I think I might be on TikTok, but
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
on
put anything.
Twitter too, but I don't ever look at it.
Yeah, it would be mostly
I don't think
Instagram.
anybody looks at Twitter anymore.
I
Nobody
don't
looks
know.
at
Yeah.
Yeah,
Twitter.
I think it'll be Instagram for me.
If you
All right,
want to follow
Brandon.
me on Facebook, it'll be you and my mom.
Yeah, I think I'm on Facebook. If I sell stuff on Marketplace. If
Oh,
if you
dude,
want
I
to.
sell stuff on Marketplace too. Is anybody looking for an air conditioner? I have one. It's a black. It's awesome.
It's black and
Anybody's.
it's awesome. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
That's all I
It's great.
needed
It
to
works
hear.
like a charm.
It works like a charm too.
You just slide into my DMs, all right? And it's warm and gushy.
All right,
All right.
Brandon. How do you follow that up, brother?
I don't know. All right, so the famous question we ask everybody at the end is if you had a chance and you had any budget, any kind of film that what would you do? Would you do a new film or would you do a remake of a film?
Dina, you start.
Oh, if I had money, I would do my brothers and I's we have a horror western that I would like to do. Yeah, it's a horror western. So
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
That's probably with the money I'd be like, I want to make that. I like me some horses.
Okay.
Okay.
And me, I don't think
Yeah.
I would remake anything because I think we've had enough remakes. I would make a like ancient Greece movie battle,
Ooh.
well, now they're
Like
doing the
Troy?
Odyssey.
I was gonna say Troy.
Like a Troy, like a 300 mix with Gladiator, like a big Spartan, nasty,
Okay.
violent,
Yes.
crazy movie that I actually already wrote, and it's actually already written and stuff. I would just need a lot of money for this. Yeah, and it's based off of a real character.
Okay.
I did a lot of research about it, and so it would be epic. Lots of, you know, blood, sweat, and dust,
And
and
and abs.
swords,
And
and
abs.
axes, and swords,
10,000 abs.
and abs, and pecs,
Abs. Abs.
and yeah,
Washboards. Dripping with
washboards.
sweat.
Dina love washboards. She loves
I
like
love a
pecs.
washboard. A good
She loves a good.
washboard. I don't have washboards, I just have rolls. But tomato, tomato. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Just one squishy.
Brandon is now dead. Great.
No, I'm not dead. I'm good.
You're really red, brother.
I've been dying laughing a lot.
Pierre, Dina, thank you very much for joining us. We
Yes,
loved your
thank
film.
you.
We can't wait for everybody else to see this film.
Yes.
Well,
Yay!
thank
Can't
you.
Thank
wait.
Thank you so
you,
much for
Justin
having
and
us, man.
Brandon.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
We had
Oh
such a
man,
fun
thank you
time
so much
talking
for
with
the
you guys.
support.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see more of y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, no, you'll be like the first. You're on the list now. You'll be one of the first people to know about things and
Heck
stuff for
yeah.
sure. We
Nice.
really appreciate the support. You know,
Hey.
Yes.
times are hard, and it really means a lot.
You keep putting them out, we'll keep watching them. That's what we're here
Yep.
for, brother.
Cool.
That's what we're here for.
Hell
So,
yes. Thank
Thank
you
you
guys
guys.
so much.
hey, that's no problem.